How to cure an ulcer. This is being refilmed without profanity by request. So you get yourself a small head of cabbage. Green cabbage works best, in my opinion. You want to chop all the edges around. You can use the middle of it as well. Like that, you can still like ferment or something if you want later, but I'm just going to use the small green parts here. And I'm chopping them as small as is just comfortable before I put them into my food processor. So in 2016, I got an ulcer for the first and only time in my life. I didn't realize it was an ulcer. I ended up in the hospital with pain, and they gave me all kinds of medications, and then they ended up putting me on a proton pump inhibitor, those, omeprazole stuff. And I counted 14 side effects from that medication. It turns out you're not supposed to be on this long term. I was only on it for about 2 weeks before I got so sick of having all these horrible side effects that I just said the heck with this, and I looked for different alternative remedies. So I found that a cabbage. This is not the same as sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is made with quite a lot of sea salt as a permanent fermentation. But what I'm doing is I'm filling up my food processor with the cabbage and some water now. It's just enough water so that when I blend it, it'll actually kind of turn into a slurry. So this is what it looks like after it's been fully blended. I'm going to pull this out. I've got a quart-size mason jar. This might be a little bit too much for that, but that's okay. See, with the water, it mixed into a nice slurry. What you might want to do is add a little bit more water because the liquid is what you're looking for here. So right now, this is just the cabbage and water. It's like cabbage juice and water. Sitting here, there's no salt in it. We are just going to ferment this for 3 days. Just like that, you can take a paper towel or a small piece of like t-shirt fabric and a rubber band and put that around the top. And you want to let this sit on your countertop for 3 or 4 days. I would do 3 days in the summertime or 4 up to possibly 5 days if it's in the winter and your house is really cold. And that is going to slow ferment. It's going to start bubbling a little bit, and that's fine. What you want to do after that is you're going to need to strain it. Anyway, after dealing with all the side effects of the omeprazole, I took this after it was done for, I think 2 or 3 days, and my ulcer was gone, completely gone, because of a $2 head of cabbage. I'm going to keep showing you more. All right, it's been 2 or 3 days now. You want to take a look. So if there's not liquid on top, you might want to add a little bit more water to it, but you can see it's starting to bubble, which is good. That's the fermentation process beginning. What you do, you leave it on your kitchen counter for 3 or 4 days, wait till it's bubbling, and then you can either strain it and drink the juice. You want to drink about a quarter of a cup 2 or 3 times a day, or you can drink the whole thing, add the whole thing to something and drink it or eat it like that. It's kind of gross. It doesn't taste good. It doesn't smell good, but it works.